Hey, what's up, everybody? Hey, I want to talk to you today about overcoming overwhelm. Right now, we're coming out of a recession. Still, some say we're still in it. Regardless, a lot of us have been impacted not only physically, but also mentally and emotionally. And so today, we want to talk about overcoming overwhelm, where it seems like you're taking 2 steps forward, but it's like 4 steps going backwards, and you got to get back up just to get to where you were on the way where you really want to go. So today, let's focus on overcoming overwhelm. So very quickly, I'm going to talk about 3 things. Number 1, I'll give you a quick overview, is stop, breathe, and listen. Number 2, commit to spending 15 minutes consistently to reflect and think. And then number 3, ask for the right help. Let's start with number 1. Stop, breathe, and listen. Basically, what it's saying is stop digging. Stop digging a hole. I have a friend who I coach, and he says this: you can't see the label outside of your own jar. And I also have heard the great Les Brown say, you cannot see the picture because you're in the frame. So in other words, to stop, you really have to realize that it's only so much that you can do. You only can see so much. It's hard to really see over something or what you're going through when you're in it. You can be in the forest, but to help you get a bird's eye view of what's going on, not only in the forest, but above the forest, you got to be able to stop digging, and then you got to breathe. When I say breathe, that means you got to reduce the stress by taking a few deep breaths. The moment that you feel like you're so overwhelmed emotionally, you can't get through, it seems like everything you're trying is not going forward, then you're going to have to stop, number 1, but then you're going to have to listen to the still small voice. We believers know the still small voice of God. Why is that important? It's hard to hear the still small voice in the midst of a lot of negative noise. See, if you are multitasking, you're trying to watch TV, but you're trying to hear at the same time what you must do, what you're going to hear, the instruction is going to be a still small voice. It's going to be very hard to hear the still small voice while distracted, whether it's TV, social media, phone calls that may come at a productive time, or the moment that you set a time aside. Isn't it interesting that when you make an intention to set a time aside to listen, all of a sudden the phone rings, all of a sudden distraction comes? Isn't that interesting when you want to take a few minutes to spend time with God and hear what He has to say to help with the direction of your life? All of a sudden, that little thing comes that doesn't seem like much, but that's the little thing to get you distracted. And it's a rabbit hole that keeps you going further away from what you were intentionally meant to do.
Hey, if you like this content and want to learn tips on how to discover more of your identity, be the authority and dominate your space without compromising who you are, click subscribe.
See, that's a little trick. See, when you're not focused, you don't stop digging, and you don't listen. Now, here's the third thing. You got to realize that you're going to either toil rather than flow. See, when I look at toiling, I'm looking at it this way. I'm trying to do things in my own strength, but the longer I try to do them in my own strength, the more frustrated I become, and I move further away from purpose. See, if you don't stop, breathe, and listen, then instead of flowing, you'll be struggling at something that you're supposed to be conquering. And here's the thing you're struggling with, the thing that may be defeating you or winning at the moment, it's very beatable. It just appears that it's bigger than what your ability is. That's why, again, you got to make a very intentional effort to stop, listen, breathe, pay attention, because it's going to be important for you in the next season of life where you're going. You're going to have to be able to position yourself to hear. so you can receive what's already been prepared for you. All right, number 2, commit to 15 minutes consistently to reflect and think. Think about that. I'm not saying do 30 minutes or an hour. I'm just saying 15 minutes. Why is this so important? You got to reflect on what you worked on. You got to look at what worked and what didn't work. When you look at an athlete, the athletes have to study film in order to learn what mistakes they made and how to make adjustments. Me personally, you may find it's hard to believe, but I kind of don't like looking at myself on camera. That's hard to believe, isn't it? And I'm on camera right now. But I realize I have to look at what things can be adjusted and changed so that we can add even more value to you when we come record these videos. So I have to take time to consistently think and reflect because I'm having you in mind and I'm a steward of how I deliver this to you. And if I don't take the time to think, I'm not taking the time to prepare a meal properly for you to grow and really thrive in your life. So to me, if I don't take the time to consistently stop, reflect, and think, I won't be as effective as I could be for you in which you're seeking help in whatever led you to this video, right? So thinking things through takes time and energy. Don't make the mistake of working without thinking first. Don't get too caught up in being busy without being focused on the vision and the mission. It's easy to get caught up into the day-to-day and miss the whole entire goal. Okay, well, number 3 is ask for the right help. Ask for the right help. Here's the thing, discern who is supposed to be helping you. You can't do this alone. It may look like you can do it easily by yourself, but I promise you it's going to take a team. Somebody's going to have to help you because think about it. You can't see behind you while you're looking in front of you. You got to have somebody to look behind you to let you know what's going on behind you so you can make adjustments. The same thing goes when you're driving in your car. You have blind spots. You need to know or have assistance to let you know what's coming your way and what is maybe trying to hit you or what maybe you need to avoid, right? So ask for help. Realize the qualified help you may need may not be who you're familiar with. It's easy to go to people we know for help, but I heard this statement that strangers have your money. I heard someone say that. Well, basically I learned to interpret that as the help you need may not look like what you think. Sometimes it's easier for us to pick people who are exactly like us, but really there's somebody else who may not be exactly like us, but they are the ones who can help us go to that next dimension. Notice I said dimension, not level. That's a greater level. That's a greater version of a level. All right. And then of course, connect for your past, connect with a therapist, but with your future, connect with a coach to help you set the goals properly you need to go forward. So these are the 3 things that I found to help me, and I wanted to share that value with you. And if you get value out of this video, I would encourage you, click the like and subscribe button. And on top of that, if you want to learn more, check out the next video and I'll see you there.